Alright, I think I'm live now. Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. So today I will try to make this the final stream of Hollow Knight's Steel Soul run that I've been doing on the channel, and we have almost completely finished the game. We are on 109% at this point, and we have pretty much everything that we can get in a Hollow Knight run at this point. But anyways, so to start, first as you can see in my inventory, I have the delicate flower over here, and I'm gonna give it to the God Seeker because it's kind of important, I suppose. But anyways, Halnest, even fading a glorious land of gods. Never, never. The gods here will never die. And let's go ahead and give her the delicate flower. An offering. Yes, the crawler makes an offering to us. Rare bloom, tiny and pure. No god though, no godliness, but still. What does crawler ask for in return? To touch our thick, gleaming hide, to see the exquisite face beneath our mask? Such strange prayers. No, no, crawler presumes too much. The gift is ours, kept by us, but our mysteries will be preserved. I'm not sure if our knight actually asks for to see the God Seeker's face, or just just presumes that that's what we want to do. But so I just got the delicate flower to her, and that allows us to now get what do you call it, an alternate ending cutscene once we end God Home. But anyways, before we do that, there's another thing that I completely missed during my run, which I think I should just get at this point because it's easy to get, and it's really not something that what do you call it, it's gonna take too much time. But yeah, today's content mainly will be the final 3 pantheons of the Godmaster DLC, and once we do them, this game is over and our Steel Soul run will come to an end. Honestly, a bittersweet end, to be honest. I had a lot of fun doing this personally, even though it took like 5 runs and I had to do the exact same things 5 times. But hey man, once a run keeps going, once a run gets going, it's like pretty easy to just complete it. But anyways, today let's hope to finally finish Steel Soul and then move on to a different project on this channel. I do not know what I want to do still. My current plans after completing Steel Soul over here is do a Dark Souls 1 SL1 run on my channel. And but then again I also want to do Black Mesa on my channel as well, because that was the game I started this channel with, and it has the exact same issues that my Hollow Knight run had, which was my second LP on this channel. I did Hollow Knight before Black Mesa because that's what people wanted to see, because I got some people saying that I should do Hollow Knight again. So yeah, that's why I did it. But I would really like to cover Black Mesa one day as well again, but I feel like 2 casual playthroughs would maybe something like people won't want to watch. So that's why I'm thinking of doing an SL1 run of Dark Souls 1. I know it's not the hardest thing to ever do, but hey man, neither is a Steel Soul run, to be honest. And look at how bad I am at doing that. So you know what, I think if I can just get myself going again, wake the gamer within, as you may call it, I think we can definitely focus on harder challenges later down the line, including that freaking ladder only run that I was thinking of. So to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking into how I could possibly make the ladder only run work, because I think it can work. It's just gonna be a very painful and boring run to do. So I'm not sure if I should pursue it still, but I can only think of even doing that if it is even possible to do it. So the thing about the ladder run is that it is possible to do damage with the ladder. However, it's only possible as long as I don't let it break. Now, there is repair powders in Dark Souls 2 which I can use to keep the ladder active, but I'm not sure if you can get infinite repair powders at the beginning of the game, because like, how am I supposed to even get to the parts where you can get infinite repair powders? Because like, I can't even kill the first boss with the ladle. That's how bad it is. I thought the ladle would, I knew the ladle would suck. I didn't realize it was that bad that it can't even beat the first boss of the game. So like, how am I supposed to even then handle that stuff? But that's the main predicament that I am facing currently with that weapon. But hopefully, maybe later down the line, once honestly, I'm just gonna install a mod to basically give me the stuff that I need to do, but only if it is possible, by the way. So if there's no way to get infinite repair powders before, the early part of Dark Souls 2, yeah, that run you can just consider dead at this point. I don't think it's possible. Although I'm pretty sure some crazy people must have already done it. And I don't really like to do like what do you call it? What do you call it? Yeah, I don't like to do glitches personally. Because like, if you have to glitch your way through, just wall phase through something, because I know it's possible in Dark Souls 2, and that way you can get infinite repair powders, I'm still gonna call that run dead. I don't really like doing that personally. That's like, I don't feel like that's a good excuse to, call a run possible. But anyways, yeah, this is one thing that we can do. So it is completely optional to do this, but if you have 2400 or more essence, you can end this year's quest over here. But anyways, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the Dreamdale. So much essence, so bright. You truly are the wielder my tribe so long has dreamed of. The folk of my tribe were born from a light similar to essence, similar to that powerful blade, though much brighter still. They were content to bask in that light and honored it for a time. But another light appeared in our world, a worm that took the form of a king. How fickle my ancestors must have been. They forsook the light that spawned them, turned their backs to it, forgot it even. And so this kingdom was born from that betrayal, but the memories of that ancient light still lingered. Hush whispers of faith, until all of Halnest began to dream of that forgotten light. But what's done is done, and so am I. The wielder has at last appeared, and I have held the memories of my tribe for long enough. It is time for us to be forgotten too. Don't remember us, wielder. Don't honor us. We do not deserve it. I'm sorry. Light, radiance. I remember you. And yeah, that's it. The seer is gone too. As I said multiple times before, this game is inspired by Dark Souls. So yeah, if an NPC's usefulness completely runs out, that's usually their fate. They either die or they disappear like that. But yeah, if you do not know what the, story of the, seer was over there about, the origins of the Moth tribe. Yeah, so, as we have discovered in the previous stream, it was somebody called the Radiance that had, caused this infection to take over this kingdom, basically. So why did the Radiance actually do that? Why did Radiance just infect everybody's mind and just, killed everybody? So the reason why the Radiance did that was because this is, it's precisely because of this. So the Radiance originally was just a god for all the, the moths that were present in Halonest. And yeah, originally the moths, worshipped the Radiance as their god because, just like how Un dreamed to create the green path, the Radiance dreamed and created the Moth tribe, and the Moth tribe does, consider her as their god. However, when later in Halonest's history the Pale King arrived, the Pale King was also a pale being, and yeah, he also was, something that the Moth tribe really appreciated because they apparently really like lights, just like real life moths. But anyways, I'll discuss that further. But anyway, first let's have a look at this because this is, I think, something that we need for the 112%. I'm at 109%, so this should put me at 110% anyway. But yeah, my dear, a blessing for you. With your excessive patronage and those startling good looks, you've more than earned it. Oh, Salubra's blessing, right? But yeah, anyways, after that, whatever that is, yeah, we receive Salubra's blessing. A boon bestowed by charm lover Salubra. Those blessed are followed by beauty and love. Well, in other words, if you sit on a bench for long enough, a ghost of Salubra appears over you and gives you soul. Yes, I hope my blessing brings you everything you desire. Don't be a stranger, sweetums. But anyways, I think that is needed. Yeah, that was needed to complete, the 112%. But yeah, now that's done. Let's go and do Godhome. But anyway, coming back to the lore. So once the Pale King arrived, the Moth tribe, yeah, they started to worship the Pale King instead. And they forsook their own god, the one that had created them, who was the Radiance. Now, it wasn't just bad enough to where, Radiance lost her followers. But there's also a theory, I don't know if this is present in the game or not, but the Pale King actually wanted to take over Halonest entirely. And in order to do that, he needed to remove all other pale beings from, essentially being his competition. Now, the other pale being was obviously the White Lady, which he took as his wife. But as for the Radiance, in order to, deal with the Radiance, what the Pale King did was he asked the Moth tribe to banish the, what do you call it, Radiance into the dream world. And yeah, that's basically how the Radiance became malevolent. But anyways, okay, yeah, you saw me last stream trying to talk, tell you guys what the dream, what do you call it, Godseeker says. And yeah, I am terrible at speaking about that. But anyways, yeah, we can discuss what the Godseeker is doing over here basically later. But yeah, by the way, I'm not gonna do any bindings for this particular Pantheon because yeah, otherwise it might take way too long. And I don't want to drag this on for too long because yeah, I do plan to cover P5 today. And yeah, in order to cover P5, we need to do the final two Pantheons here first. And yeah. So just to try and make this fast enough, let's just go absolutely ballistic on these bosses. But anyways, okay, oh my god. But yeah, so the Pale King then asked the Moth tribe to basically just trap the Radiance into the dream world. And once that happened, well, yeah, the Radiance was supposed to die out because apparently the way Radiance works is that people need to remember the Radiance in order to, give her power. So if the Moth tribe just banished her like that, yeah, people would eventually forget about the Radiance, and once that happens, Radiance would completely lose her power. However, as you saw, in the Crystal Peak at the very top, yeah, there was that big statue of, Radiance still present in the, world, which means that some people did not forget the Radiance. The Radiance was still remembered, and as a result, the Radiance continued to remain alive. And that apparently became the biggest problem for the Pale King because the Radiance did not die, the Radiance continued to, exert its influence, and it turned its powers into this malevolent infection that would basically drive any bug infected with it completely mad. And yeah, that's how the, calamity of Harnest appeared. This is why every single bug is so crazy and why the Radiance was, punishing Harnest for this because yeah, she was betrayed and trapped into the dream world. But yeah, now that that's done, let's go ahead, I suppose, and discuss what the Godseeker over here is doing. So the Godseeker, there's really not much to them, to be honest. Like, Godseeker, all she is just a simp for gods. She just wants to be around gods, and yeah, she believes that apparently this God Tamer over here is a god. I have no freaking idea, by the way, why this is considered a god. Or why the massive Moth Charger is also considered a boss. Or sorry, a moth. Or moth, no, the god. But yeah, for some reason they are considered gods. And yeah, as a result, well, yeah, now we have to deal with them. So this Pantheon is all about that, the Radiance believe, the Godseekers, think that, the gods of Hellunes can defeat us. And, we are just some brute who is trying to just, yeah, just, dishonor the gods like this, to fight them in pantheons and such. Well, so initially, the Godseeker, as you saw over there, yeah, she mocks us for thinking that, we have the ability to take on these gods over here. But, yeah, eventually, as we start to, beat more and more gods over here, yeah, she will start to take notice of our power. And, well, she'll ask something, something from us later down the line, but, yeah, we'll discuss that once we defeat the fourth Pantheon. So this is the third one. But anyways, alright, cool. And yeah, let's just heal here. And yeah, I would like this stream to be short, but I'm not gonna lie, P5 takes like an hour almost, to me at least, to complete. So yeah, I think this will be, a long stream regardless. But let's see how far we can get. Anyways, alright. By the way, how are you guys doing? And yeah, if you are anybody who is, hanging out in the stream, tell me what is your favorite Pantheon. I know some people would just give the easy answer and say P5 is their favorite, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. P5 personally, like the fact that, majority part of it is just full of like boring bosses, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really find it to be that much fun. My personal favorite is the Pantheon of the Night. Yes, it has some of the most annoying bosses in the game as well, like, Lostkin, but hey man, it also has some of the best bosses in the game too. But I'm not gonna spoil that just yet. But essentially our Steel Soul, the Steel Soul part of our, run is over. For anybody who is just joining, because, well, I mean, even if I die over here, it doesn't count as a death. Although I've tried to stay deathless throughout this entire run, and I've not died into, like I've not died in the God home just yet. But anyways, okay. All right, let's just okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna like Galian personally is not my favorite. What do you call it, boss in the game? But to be honest, I just hate all the Dream Warriors. Personally speaking, I don't think any of them are truly that much fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the Dream Warriors? By the way, I also hate this guy. But oh well. Oh yeah. By the way, all these names over here, I completely forgot to discuss these. So Grey Prince Zord that you fight in the base game. Yeah, that dude. So he's supposed to be fought like multiple times, not just once like I did. But yeah, if you fight him over and over again, yeah, all those letters you saw over there, yeah, they just keep getting added to his name. And obviously he starts to do more damage and also do some extra attacks like he's doing right now. But anyways, okay. Alright. Okay, oh my god, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that fall is probably the biggest thing that has ever killed me during my Radiance attempts on this dude, back in the day. But anyways, okay, heal here. Alright, okay, oh my god. Okay, cool. I don't know why when he, does that attack in the corner, his, what do you call it, energy waves or whatever you want to call them, just, don't travel any further from here. It's a bit weird and I do not know why. Also, we cannot play with his mask, unlike the Nosk's mask. But anyways, okay, now we have Umu over here. As you guys may remember, as I said, when we fight Umu over here, our boy Quirrell is not going to be here. So now you must be asking, okay, how are we supposed to then deal with him? Because, Umu is completely immune to damage over here. And, yeah, the only way we were able to beat him in the base game was to use our buddy Quirrell's help. Oh, just look at the amazing, solution to this problem over here that we have to deal, which is named Umu. So, yeah, you see these Umas appearing? Yeah, wait for it. Yeah, see that? That's the way to deal with Umu. You need to shoot these Umas into Umu to damage him. Or, leave him vulnerable. Something that Quirrell, our buddy, was able to do pretty well for us, But, oh well. At least we managed to deal with him pretty quickly. So that's good to know. But anyways, okay. By the way, these dumbasses still, keep just saying, what do you call it? But anyways, okay. So this is Hornet Sentinel, by the way, because we fought Hornet in the, first Pantheon. But anyways, okay. Let's just be careful here because she's very fast. But anyways. Okay, oh my god. Technically, it is completely possible to just lock her into a corner, by the way, in this area. Because, yeah, the arena over here is a little bit bugged. Okay, oh my god, I think she is trapped here, right? I know that corner is bugged, so, you can completely trap her over there if you want. But anyway, was that the penultimate boss? Oh yeah, it was. But anyways. Thou art painfully persistent. Why dost thou defile this pantheon with thine presence? Seek a glory, O vain one. Thou misunderstand our purpose. Through ritual combat are we attuned to the voices of the gods. Ever higher do they lead us, higher and higher and higher, until through godly focus do we attain communion with that great power sleeping in the kingdom's heart. She's talking about the Radiance, by the way. But anyway, let's see who the boss over here is. And it's Great Nail Sage Sly, our buddy who sold us, the lantern and all that other stuff. Very useful stuff throughout the entire run. But yeah. Okay, cool. By the way, remember when I asked whether, you guys believe that Sly can use his freaking sword or not? Because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, before I played God Home, I called cap on that. But yeah, no, apparently he wasn't lying. He can use that freaking giant ass and, nail without any issues. But anyways, okay. So yeah, I need to be careful of Sly over here because, yeah, Sly can use every single one of the, nail arts that the nail masters have taught us. Makes sense. He's the Great Nail Sage. He was the one who taught them all those moves. But anyways, okay, cool. Oh, we already pushed into second phase. Cool. Alright. Let's see if we can get one. Okay, he didn't even damage us. But yeah, now he goes full ninja mode over here. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, it took me so long to charge my attack. Okay, never mind. Okay. You know what, let me just do this normal way. Alright, perfect. But anyways. Of course, give our boy the bow. Because he definitely deserves it for being pretty cool. selling us the lantern, giving us a decent charm, and also, teaching us all that stuff too. But anyways, okay, my god. Previous Pantheon runs took us like 15 to 16 minutes to beat. Because I was doing all the bindings. Yeah, look at how much difference that can make. But anyways. Alright, so now that we have dealt with all of the, previous 3 Pantheons, now we can deal with the 4th Pantheon over here. But anyways. By the way, just for a reminder for people who have just joined. Yeah. These Pantheons can only be unlocked if you have beaten every single boss that is supposed to be present in them beforehand. So 9 of the 10 bosses that you'll be facing in these Pantheons, you have to fight them. You would have fought them in the base game. Only the final boss will be different. Because that will be added by the DLC. But anyways, Enraged Guardian. Anyways, alright, cool. Alright. Alright, that's pretty cool too. Honestly, not gonna lie. You can actually push your lifeblood amount, to higher amounts, by the way. Because, I only got like 3 of that stuff when I, cleared the, halfway point. So, for that, you need to do, obviously, more of these bindings. But I'm not gonna do them over here because, yeah, I don't need the lifeblood, if I can be honest. But anyways, okay, oh my god. By the way, what is, everybody's opinion on Lost Kin? I'm not gonna lie, this used to be my least favorite boss, and honestly, I think it still is. I do not like Lost Kin, if I can be honest. I really hate this boss. This boss was one of the most annoying bosses in freaking Radiant. I know there's a cheese strat to deal with this boss on, Radiant. I know that. That's how I did him, by the way, for the first time. But yeah, boy, that is still annoying. Like, this boss is just annoying. Like, there's a reason why that strat is never patched, I believe. But anyways. Alrighty, dude. By the way, a little bit of a small spoiler, but in my opinion, the best boss in Horror Night is present in this Pantheon. But anyways, we'll see who that boss is later down the line. But anyways, alright. Okay, oh my god. I should probably go for the Abyss Shriek on this boss, just so that, But yeah, that's usually what happens if you try to go for that. She just teleports away. Alright. Okay, let's see if this is enough. No, it's not enough. Never mind. Alright. Let's see if this is enough. Alright, that's enough. Cool. Okay, so how many was there? That was 3, right? Okay, 2 more and then we get a break. And now we have to deal with Traitor Lord. Okay. Which, by the way, I've heard that the Traitor Lord has been buffed ever since, like the first version of Horror Night. As I remember, he used to do only like a single, mask of damage in his original version. But then they buffed him to do like double. But I don't know if they did any other buffs on him. But anyways, okay. My god, he was really not challenged. Honestly, some of the bosses that are present in this Pantheon, I do not know why they are here. Like, No Eyes is one, and then Traitor Lord is over here one as well. Although I would not doubt the White Defender's inclusion over here. This boss can definitely be a tough one, considering he has like one of the highest HPs in the game, I think, right? But anyways, okay, cool. Alright. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, oh my god. Okay, why did he wait over there? He usually does it instantly whenever he, jumps back. But anyways, okay, let's see. Okay, oh my god. Alright. Okay. By the way, my DPS build over here. Okay, well, it's the most basic build ever. I say because, yeah, anybody who makes it this far usually just runs the one build that I'm running right now. Because, why else run anything else? But anyways, okay, perfect. So this should be the halfway point, as I remember. And yeah, by the way, for anybody who does not know, let me just show the build real quick, I suppose. But anyways, first let me just get my souls back, just so that we can, power through most of the stuff here, because it's really not that different. But anyways, so this is the build over here, complete damage build. If you guys have any, fun sessions for a build, then yeah, do tell me, and I will definitely try and make it work, I suppose. But yeah, for now, let's just, go with the old reliable best build in the game, in my opinion. But anyways. Alright, cool. Okay, my god. He's not even supposed to have that much HP, by the way. At least compared to the, damage that we can do. But anyways, yeah, let's see if I can stun lock this guy. Because you can actually completely stun lock this dude, by the way. For those of you who do not know. But anyways, let's see. Okay. Then another one, and then, yeah, do that. Yeah, you need the Shaman Stone to do this. But yeah, you can absolutely stun lock this boss. But anyways, okay. Hit him 3 times. And then do this. Yeah, you can make a complete joke out of what you call it, failed champion over here. But anyways, okay. There we go. Honestly, now that I think about it, a little bit faster strat over there is to just kill him first and then dream nail him. Because you can still dream nail him, right? Or can you not? Oh yeah, you can still, dream nail him even after he has died. But anyways, now we have to deal with one of the most annoying and worst bosses in the game. Just my opinion maybe, but I'm not a huge fan of Markoth, if I can be honest. But anyways, okay, let's see. Okay, my god. Yeah, just freaking ended this boss already. Okay, wait 1 second. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge anybody who just spams him with magic. Absolutely worth it. But anyways, okay, Watcher Knights. Alright, cool. Okay, oh my god, I couldn't time it well, but anyway, it is fine. They shouldn't really have too much health, honestly, now that I think about it. So it's not completely bad, but yeah. Yeah, now we can just kill them before the second one even spawns, which is absolutely amazing. But anyways. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's just line them up. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see. Okay, 1 down. Cool. But anyways, okay. Yeah, just start melting these bosses real quick. Just so that we can get to the final Pantheon and yeah, finish that too today. And yeah, finish this, Steel Soul run over here. But by the way, for anybody wondering, if you're just joining, I will not count the deaths in the Pantheon for, this run. Because that would be insane. Though, just for the record, yeah, I am still deathless over here on the Pantheons. And I will try my best to stay deathless. But anyways. Alright. Okay, there we go. Any other one? Okay, I think that was the last one. Okay, cool. I think Soul Tyrant is the last one on this Pantheon, right? Okay, yeah, this should be the 9th one. So after that, we face the, the final boss of this Pantheon over here. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my god. Alright, cool. It's fine. Okay, oh my god. Alright, cool. I'm not gonna lie, this boss can be pretty annoying. But I still really like this boss. But that may be just me because I fought him like very early on my very first playthrough of this game. But anyways, okay, let's see. Alright. Hit him multiple times over there because that's amazing. But anyways, how has he not been, deflated? Alright. Bit of weird if you ask me, but anyways. Okay, oh my god. Alright, let's just heal here. Sure, why not? Okay. Cool. So far, not so bad. Anyways, alright, cool. Okay. Alright, there we go. Man, it took him long enough to do this. But anyways, alright, cool. Okay. Okay, oh my god. Alright, there we go. By the way, for anybody wondering, I am able to actually hit him when he's doing the Resolute Dive. But anyways. See? Okay, perfect. Alright. By the way, I know it looks a little bit crazy that you can just, hit him while he's doing the Resolute Dive on you. But if you know how to do it, it's actually not that difficult. All you need to do is just jump straight and yeah, up slash. That's it. But anyways, okay, now for the absolute best boss in this entire game. It's about to come up. But anyways, first let's listen to this. Show reverence, O meager one. Show fear. Thou approacheth a great and terrible god. Though its worldly body be bound and defiled, the glory of its pure form endures. The ruler of this pantheon, its endless power shall attune us to one greater still, a god of gods. Meager one, dost thou imagine thyself the equal of this god? Dost thou imagine thyself made in its image? Thou assume a similar shape, and a deep echo within the similar deep echo within these seems familiar. Ah, what thoughts are these? Thou sow blasphemies in our minds. Wretch, begone. We pray that the god of nothingness silence thee forever. Alright, so this boss is peak over here, by the way. And so because of that, I'm just gonna stay silent for this entire boss fight. And I'll talk to you guys once we're done with it. not to just focus on this boss, I can absolutely talk while doing it, but I feel like you won't grasp how great this entire boss fight over here is if I don't stay silent. So yeah, just putting that over here. But anyways. Yeah, there you go. Honestly, I played that a lot more terribly than I usually do. But yeah, there you go. That was the best boss in Horror Night in my opinion. Pure Vessel. But anyway, now we had this cutscene over here. You know, honestly one of the coolest scenes in the entire game if you get me. But yeah, I think you need to understand the lore of this game to really understand what just happened over there. But yeah, this one was pretty cool. But anyway, that was the Pantheon of the Night in just 10 minutes and 55 seconds. And yeah, now that that's done, yeah, I suppose there's only one thing left to do. So first we need to come over here to activate this. And once this is done, yeah, the top area of this god home over here will be revealed to us. And in order to access it, I think you have to jump over here, right? I don't remember, but I think you have to go up from here somewhere. Or maybe not. I think you can just go directly from either on this side. Okay, okay. We're supposed to go up from here, and then yeah, up here from here. And once we come over here, yeah, there you go. This is it. This is the end, or like this will be the end of this run if I can beat this. So this is it. This is the final Pantheon of Hollow Knight. This is called the Pantheon of Hallownest. And if you do not know what this Pantheon is, it's a boss rush of every single boss that we have faced. Okay, well, not literally everybody, because the Hollow Knight and the regular Radiance will not be a part of it, nor will be the regular Nosk. But other than that, pretty much every single boss that we have faced up to this point, yeah, they will all be present in Pantheon of Hallownest over here. So yeah, our build is completely ready. We have all the mass shards, we have the pure nail, everything we could ever ask for. So you know what, at this point, I don't think there's anything to, delay this anymore. And yeah, seek the kingdom's forgotten light. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's begin it. So yeah, time to fight every single boss. So yeah, for the next hour, yeah, we'll be just fighting every single boss that is present in the game. But not only that, as you can see over here, there are 2 Vengefly Kings. So while, it's a bit weird what happens in this area. So we are technically fighting the ascended variants of every single boss that we have faced. If you don't know, in God Home, there is, you can fight every single boss. And whenever you refight them, you get to fight them on something called Attuned, Ascendant, or Radiant difficulty. And currently what we're fighting on is the, Ascended difficulty. So, we are fighting the harder version of every single boss. However, on Ascended difficulty, every single boss also does double damage. But for some reason, even though we are fighting their Ascended version, because, like, for example, if you fight the Vengefly King on Ascended difficulty, you don't only fight the Vengefly King on with double damage, but you also fight him with what do you call it? Yeah, two of them spawn in the arena. So it's not just a difficulty increase through just the stats of the boss. But over here, yeah, as you can see for Grusmother, the ascended difficulty also changes her arena. But even though their arenas and their gimmick of the ascended difficulty is present in this one pantheon, for some bizarre reason that I do not know, they don't do double damage. So to be honest, it would make the pantheon of Harnest even more crazy than it already is. Because fighting 47 bosses and you die to even one and you are literally sent back to the beginning of the run. That's absolutely crazy. But anyways, alright. Yeah, by the way, just like Failed Champion, you can also stunlock this dude. But anyways. But yeah, so this is gonna be like the early part of this pantheon. I feel like it's just pretty boring. We're just gonna face the easy bosses and just absolutely melt them. But anyways, alright, here we go. I still do not know why the Godseeker thinks that the massive Moss Charger over here is a freaking god. And by the way, yes, this thing is considered a god for some bizarre reason that I do not know. But anyways, okay. I'm not gonna lie, man. I am just messing up, bullying this dude for some reason. Maybe he is some kind of god, because how else can you explain that I failed to bully him every time? But anyways, alright. Now we face the regular version of the Hornet. Alright. Unfortunately, it's hard to stunlock her, but hey man, it's not like you need to actually absolutely stunlock and destroy her with your OP stats at this point. But anyways, alright. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. So, unlike the other pantheons, there are multiple breaks between every single pantheon over here. Or every single time you mischief beyond mischief, we cannot escape thee, even in this highest, most distant of pantheons. O wielder of nail, O eater of soul, are thee a messenger of the gods, or something stranger? We will not defy thee. Continue thy combat. We shall be listening closely. Yeah, so as you can see, now that we have managed to defeat Pantheon of the Night, she actually wants us to succeed because, she no longer doubts our abilities anymore. Because that's how the Godseekers work. They need to fight the gods and then, attune their power so that they can achieve ascension, basically. Which basically what the attuned and ascended difficulties mean. I'm not sure what they mean by radiant difficulty, where you literally just, fight bosses, on, without getting hit at all. That's never mentioned, far as I know. Ascended difficulty obviously makes sense here, which is why, we have ascended difficulty of this boss, for example. Gorb has an arena over here where we don't just get to walk freely, or to jump on platforms. But anyways. Yeah, since this is not the White Defender, we can just absolutely hit him. By the way, I do not know how to do that one trick where you can just, cancel your stagger from his roars. But I think what you need to do is just get hit with him on a specific frame. And so what happens is that when you get hit, your stagger frames from, getting hit, they override the, roar stagger frames, allowing you to just hit him while he's roaring. It's a pretty fun trick that only speedrunners can do, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see. But anyways, yeah, for the early part, I don't feel like we'll face any, major issues, to be honest. It's a later Pantheon that will be really tough. But anyways. Okay, oh my god, I actually messed it up. I could have hit him with everything, but yeah. So yeah, obviously on Ascended difficulty, he spawns these freaking, ghosts. But, I mean, to be honest, this is still the Soul Warrior. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about him too much. But anyways, there are definitely some meme moments here in this Pantheon as well, which I think one of them we're about to just see. So yeah, let's see this. Oh, look at that. That's Tiso. Never mind. Poor Tiso. Yeah, they just did my boy dirty, man. Which, hey man, is it just me? Or, Tiso's voice is just really good. The way he says, dude, Serema. I do not know how somebody, voices that, but yeah, I think that voice sounds really good. But yeah, unfortunate, man. Rest in peace, Tiso. But anyways, and yeah. So this is the first Pantheon that we have almost completed at this point. In the Pantheon of Harnest, obviously. So not every single boss has a gimmick in Ascended difficulty, by the way. So for Brooding Moloch, it's not just about bullying Tiso, by the way, in his, what do you call it, Ascended version. It's instead, what do you call it? I forgot. But yeah, so on his Ascended difficulty, for some reason they removed that central platform from, his arena. I don't know why, but anyways. Alright, okay. Okay, you know what? We are trying to get through this as quickly as possible, so yeah, let me just focus. Okay, oh my god. Alright, let's see. Hopefully Oro should be just down, like, soon enough. But anyways, alright. Okay, come on. I think we get a break after this one. But anyways, okay, oh my god. Okay, oh my god, we are about to get hit. Anyways, okay. Okay, my god, Oro has somehow managed to hold on, which, I'm surprised that that's the case. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I just need to jinx myself before that can happen, but anyways. I'm pretty sure there should be a break, right? Because I think after every single Pantheon, you get a break. But anyways. Okay, my god, I forgot to bow to them. My bad, guys. Don't crucify me, please. We have Silksong at this point, okay? But any freaking ways. Alrighty, dude. Which, by the way, while every single boss over here will feel like similar, some bosses are actually pretty different. Heck, there are some unique bosses just in this Pantheon that will be facing down, later down the line. But anyways, that won't be coming up just yet. But yeah, there are some that will be facing that are like completely unique to this Pantheon over here. So obviously, this guy is not unique. But anyways, let's just get rid of him first. But yeah. Not every single boss is like super bad on Radiant difficulty, or like, what do you call it, Ascended difficulty over here. But some can be pretty annoying. The crystal, what do you call it, Guardian over here literally just becomes Enraged Guardian effectively, when he's on, what do you call it, Ascended difficulty, because all he does is double damage, while his arena is exactly the same. But anyways, alright. Yeah, same is for Soul Master as well. He doesn't really change much either. Anyways, okay, cool. Okay, oh my god. Alright. Okay, oh my god, I lost almost all my lifeblood. You can, by the way, stack these lifebloods, which is absolutely crazy. But anyways, okay. Okay, hold up. Let's see if we can get some decent damage during this fight. But anyways, you know what? Let's not focus on stacking lifebloods. I feel like I'll just, elongate this fight longer than it needs to be otherwise. But anyways. Alright, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we still had to go through this stupid cutscene every time we beat him. At least with Soul Tyrant, you just get to skip this. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, I messed up my timing. But yeah. Yeah, that's a funny trick, by the way. You can actually hit him, when he's doing his Desolate Dive with the Abyss Shriek. And only takes 3 to destroy him if you have the Shaman Stone, which is absolutely amazing. But anyways, now we have this annoying boss, which is... I'm not gonna lie, dude. I personally really find this boss difficult. But anyways, okay, let's just hit him. Okay, hold up. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's just have him do his stupid things. But anyways. Okay, oh my god, I messed up. Okay, wait. Okay, let me just go on the other side real quick. I'm pretty sure one of the new bosses for just P5, we face them. Yeah, they're about to come up after this boss. So let's just, be in top shape to, what do you call it, face them, I suppose. But hard to do that, honestly. But anyways, hold up 1 second. Okay, let me just see if I can dodge all these. Okay, oh my god, never mind. I thought he would be able to just get staggered over there. But anyways, okay, hold up. Okay, never mind. You know what, let's just finish him off. Okay, now we're about to face one of the new bosses which were introduced in just Pantheon 5. So, this just looks like the Mantis Lords, by the way. Like, what is so new with Mantis Lords? Oh, don't worry. There is definitely something that, what do you call it? Unique about the Mantis Lords when you fight them in P5. So obviously we're fighting them in Ascended difficulty over here, but, not really, because they don't do double damage and their arena doesn't change. But there's something, really special that is about to happen. So you know how in second phase they, only two of them attack? Well, yeah, now they change into Sisters of Battle and all 3 will try and attack you. Yeah, this boss fight, just becomes absolute top tier, honestly, at this point. It's so cool to just fight all 3 of them. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the best fights to, use your Desolate Dive on. I don't know, I just really find it very cool to use Desolate Dive in this fight. I mean, you'd probably have to do it anyway. Because, yeah, like, where do you dodge? Because not only are all three of them fighting you at this point, at the same time, but they're also faster than their, double Mantis Lord version. So, yeah, you're also dealing with a boss that is even faster. But anyways, okay. Cool. So, unfortunately, once you defeat, what do you call it, the one of the three sisters, yeah, their speed also gets reduced. So now it's just a normal Mantis Lord's boss fight. But anyway, doesn't stop them from being absolutely goated. So yeah. But anyway, after this we get a break, right? Alright, perfect. Okay, so that was one of the new bosses that we have faced. What do you call it, just yet. But anyways, alright. So yeah, let's just continue to go. And yeah, now we have to face this one, Marmu. Okay, oh my god, yeah. See, this is why I said earlier, you should not, what do you call it, use your magic on Marmu. Because yeah, if she hits the wall, yeah, keeping her, pogoed is very difficult. I don't know what you honestly call it. Like, throwing the, yo-yo can be annoying, but anyways. Yeah, now we have this abomination. Which, by the way, anyone in chat who knows this thing's name, yeah, just, well, keep that description to yourself. I don't want that garbage over here. I don't even know who was, so messed up in the head during, Team Cherry developing this DLC to give that description to this thing. Alright, whatever, dude. But anyways. Okay, now we have to deal with the, discount loss skin. But anyways. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my god. Alright. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, he really doesn't have too much health. So Broken Vessel is not that big of a problem. But anyways. It might be a long time until we see another new boss. Just in P5 only. So, yeah. Anyway, Galeon, he doesn't change much either. Which honestly, you know what, is fine. Imagine if he just pulls out like 4 of these things. That would be super unfun in my opinion. But, maybe that's just me. But anyways, okay. Yeah, deal with you. Yeah, just heal over here. Alright. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, how many of you guys in the chat have actually beaten P5? And if you haven't, yeah, what are your thoughts about it so far? Fighting every single boss in the game in a gauntlet. And yeah, you die once. You have to do all of that again. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, I didn't see what he was doing. Alright. Yeah, honestly not gonna lie, getting distracted in this Pantheon can be a major problem. But anyways. Hopefully our, OPS stats at this point allows us to just, get through this with the minimal effort. But anyways. Alright, cool. Let me just heal here. I'm pretty sure this is a break too. But yeah. Give the man a bow because he definitely deserves it. And yeah. Now let's get our souls back. And yeah. Let's go ahead and continue our climb to the gods of Harness. Attune to their power and with it ascend. As the Godseeker says. But anyways, okay. Now we have the Hive Knight over here. Alright. Yeah, by the way, everybody in chat, what is your favorite boss fight, Because we will be facing all of them, currently. Unless, your favorite boss is like the base version of Nosk for some bizarre reason. We won't be fighting that boss here, unfortunately. But don't worry. Nosk fans will get something in this, what do you call it, gauntlet later down the line. Just not yet. But anyways. Okay, oh my god, that was only a single hit. But anyways, alright. Okay. But yeah, by the way, so people who have just joined the chat, yeah. If you guys have a build that you would like me to try, during this P5 run, yeah, sure. Go ahead and put that down. I'm just using currently the most basic build ever. But, if you want a charm combination that you like, yeah, I can definitely do that. Let's see how difficult it would be to make work. Overcharming on the other hand, I guess I can try and do that, but I'm not gonna lie, we might be just resetting immediately. So yeah, we'll be stuck here for a long time if you want to do that. But anyways, okay, hold up. Okay, oh my god. And yeah, now the collector will be an absolutely disgusting monster, by the way, because yeah, he will start to now, because like on his ascended difficulty, yeah, as you can see, he spawns freaking primal aspects and freaking armored borders. Yeah, that's his ascended version's difficulty, by the way. But since we have the pure nail and the unbreakable strength, yeah, we can just deal with this stuff. But anyways, okay, hold up. Let me just get some soul off of him. Alright, cool. But anyways, yeah, feel free to put any charm combinations that you may want me to try. But anyways, if not, then yeah, just to chill back and yeah, relax and see me watch, hopefully beat every single one and I just don't lose on a random boss here and there. Also, by the way, how long is this thing just gonna spit from a distance, dude? Come on, man. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god. Alright, alright. Okay, cool, perfect. Alright. By the way, doing this Pantheon hitless is like absolutely crazy achievement, by the way. Only a few people have actually done it, I think, as I remember at this point. But yeah, it's really ridiculous and hard difficult how, what do you call it, to do this entire thing hitless is. I'm not doing it, I'm just powering through, honestly. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, perfect. Okay, oh my god, he's doing this again, huh? Didn't think I did that much damage to him. Although this is Troop Master Grim, he doesn't even, supposed to follow, what do you call it, as particular HP to, use this attack. But, oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, hold up. Okay, oh my god, I only got one hit. Okay, oh my god, this is like his third time doing this right now. My god, what have I done to him? Okay, dude, whatever. Okay, cool. Hey, he did a different attack this time around. By the way, I need to be prepared for this boss because during this Steel Soul run, I actually decided to banish the Grim Troop. So I didn't do the final boss of, what do you call it? Yeah, the Grim Troop DLC. But as I said during my previous streams, yeah, skipping him, skipping that final boss of the Grim Troop DLC, yeah, does not skipping from P5. And he will be here for me to fight here too. So, yeah, was a bad idea to not get practice on him. Probably, but hey man, too late to regret that, I guess, at this point. But anyways, okay, another break point. Alrighty, dude. But anyways, let's see how far we can actually go. Although I do not know how far. I think we are almost at halfway point, right? We have probably passed the halfway point, right? But yeah, anyways, okay, I'll look at this, by the way. So if An was a god, or like, a god with enough power, we would have actually fought her here, but we can't. But look at this. Sleeping god. We can barely feel thy presence amongst the green left behind. What strength thee once possessed fades beyond time and tune. And then have a look at this. Sleeping god, to see thee as thou once existed, with land and dream and devotion, we would give our mind. Yeah, so this confirms that, An was a powerful god at one point. If you don't know that thing in the background, that thing created a green path and Queen's Gardens. But unfortunately, it created them long time ago, and at this point, that god's power has completely faded. So, yeah, instead of facing, that real god, instead we are forced to face these Watcher Knights, which are also apparently somehow gods. Yeah, I have no idea, by the way, what logic they use to, determine in this DLC who really is a god. But then again, I guess the Watcher Knights aren't as bad as freaking massive Moss Charger when it comes to, being a god, I suppose. But anyways. Alright, alright. I don't know, maybe I'm just hating on the freaking massive Moss Charger too much. Also, what the heck was that? Okay. Alright, cool. Literally killed both of them together. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Alright, okay, oh my god. Okay, my god, how did I avoid damage over there, by the way? That was crazy. But anyways, alright. Alright, that one down. Alright, perfect. Yeah, just absolutely destroyed their HP, by the way. Okay, cool. Let's see. Alright. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so far so good. But to be honest, these are like easy bosses. But yeah, let's see how we do against harder bosses that will be coming up soon. And yeah, by the way, Umu also has a, what do you call it, gimmick. And the gimmick is that you no longer get acid to swim in. Instead, now it's like some kind of gas that is below us. So yeah, if we fall through that, we will take damage. Which obviously is not good. But anyways, Alright, finally he calls some of the Umas up. But now we have to wait for them to actually, get into a position where we can actually hit Umu with. But anyways, okay, here we go. Here's one. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay, oh my god, that was bad. But anyway, hold up. He should be coming up here soon. Alright, perfect, got him. Okay. Yeah, Umu is like the kind of boss. It can be either very annoying or it can be very easy to deal with. But anyways, okay, by the way, Nosk fans, yeah, you'll see this. So you don't get the base version of Nosk, but instead there's a new version of Nosk in Pantheon 5. And it's called the Winged Nosk. But its name, obviously they only show it as Nosk. But anyways, okay, cool. Okay, oh my god. But anyways, alright. Okay, cool. Yeah, I forget that you have to like jump straight to avoid his dash attack. But anyways, let's see. Okay, he's not supposed to have that much HP. Come on, dude. Let's see. Alright. I guess there is some merit to Nosk being able to control those ghosts like the Lostkin, but I'm not too sure why he is able to control them. And we can't even play with Hornet's Mask that he, God knows how he got that, but hey man, we would have had some fun with it, I suppose. But anyways, okay, oh my freaking god. Alright, never mind, dude. Okay, wait. I didn't even realize what attack he was doing, but anyways. Okay, probably should have just dashed over there now that I think about it, so that was my bad, dude, but anyways, okay. Okay, yeah, need to be a little bit close so that he does the follow-up slash as well. Okay, oh my god. Alright, wait. Alright, cool. Okay, let him just do this. Then do that. Then hit him. Cool. Yeah, let's continue to just, do damage to him. Why not? Some of these bosses are definitely like, nail-only type of bosses. Like, for example, this guy was like, okay, oh my god. Yeah, so one thing about Sly is that Great Slash will do double damage. But anyways, let's just heal here as much as possible. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's see. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright. Okay, oh my god. Chill out, man. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright. I should probably use my soul, but I'm pretty sure that the break point comes after the boss that comes after this. So, yeah, just gonna wait on that one for a while. But anyways, okay, hold up. Yeah, Soy Sly need this quickly, but anyways. Yeah, so this is Hornet Sentinel. Yeah, for some reason in Pantheon 5 she's after Sly. Where, in the Pantheon of the Sage, I believe it's called, right? Where Sly is the boss. Yeah, she's the penultimate boss, right? Yeah, she's the penultimate boss before. Okay, oh my god, Silk Spear, seriously? And now, our goated move Threadripper from Silk Song. But anyways, okay, cool. Alright, perfect. Okay. Alright, bro, that was pretty decent. So we have gone through like 3 of the Pantheon, so only a few bosses are left actually. Well, we're making good time on this one, honestly, not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to be this good, but anyways. Okay, we got all 3 right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Not a huge fan of, what do you call it, okay, hold up. Yeah, I wouldn't like to take damage from this dude if I can be honest, but anyways. To avoid damage, you need to kill him fast. That's my way of avoiding damage in this game, by the way. Unfortunately, can't avoid damage on this boss now, can I? Because of his stupid erratic movements. Like that, for example. So at least I managed to avoid that one, but anyways, okay, cool. Okay, oh my god, yeah, and yeah, then stuff like that. You either get hit by the ghost or you get hit by the boss itself. But anyways, alright, whatever, dude. Okay, he has been hit multiple times, like, twice by that Shade Soul, so he should be close to death, right? Yes, I hope he is. Okay, oh my god, I couldn't... Okay, I'm still inside the boss, which is bad, but anyways. Alright, cool, got him. Okay. Well, to be honest, the hard part of the Pantheon isn't even over here. Alright, so this is No Eyes. Yeah, her arena changes in Ascended difficulty. Which is absolute BS, by the way. Just look at all this stuff over here. But anyways, okay. Alright. Okay, I think she's already on second phase, right? In second phase, she spawns multiple ghosts, by the way. If some people have not noticed that at this point. Can't blame you if you didn't, never noticed that. But yeah. But anyway, I think now should be Traitor Lord, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. By the way, you can hit him with that Shade Soul as well, but I just decided to get more soul first. But anyways, okay. Cool. Alright, not bad. So far, so good. Not even getting the parries, which is always a bonus in my opinion. Alright, there we go. Okay, that was clean. That was nice to see as well. But okay. Not gonna lie, I should probably incorporate more soul attacks into my playstyle here because otherwise this stuff will take long. But anyways, at least we landed both Abyss Shrieks on him, so that's good. But anyways, okay, hold up. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, by the way, he's barely tall enough to get hit by Abyss Shrieks. I just remembered that. Anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, he dived into me. Alright. So I think there's a break after this too. I don't remember. Let's see if there is. That would be definitely appreciated though. But anyways, okay. Alright, alright. Which by the way, we should have 112% at this point, right? I think I didn't even check that. So yeah, Pantheon 5 is completely optional. But I'm still doing it because, we have played this game so far, this much. So, why not just do it at this point, I feel like. But anyways, okay. Okay, he has managed to survive actually this time around. But anyways. Alright, perfect. Okay, and now comes the hard part of this Pantheon. Yeah, so if you can lose your run over here, and by the way, for anybody who does not know, there are no checkpoints in Pantheon 5. If you die to any boss, you have to do all of that, from the very beginning of Vengefly King. This again. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But anyway, yeah, here he is, the White Lady. Oh, tragedy. This majestic god evades our attunement with such ease. We live only to serve the gods, to seek them out. Why does she frustrate us? How does she hide from us? Does she diminish herself by choice? Okay, let's see. Pale Mother, we barely dare to think. The chance of meeting is too rare. But thine resonance, could you be one of them? This is one of the, biggest things that ever raised a lot of questions regarding, who the White Lady truly is, back in the day. So to be honest, we still do not know that much about the White Lady because, she was only mentioned briefly in Silk Song, showing Hornet the Everbloom, which is essentially the delicate flower. But yeah, so apparently the White Lady is intentionally diminishing her power so that, she could not be discovered by, Godseeker over here. Not sure why though. But I'm pretty sure there must be some good reason. But anyways. Alright, let's see. Okay. Which by the way, yeah. Why is the Soul Tyrant over here considered a freaking god, considering this is not even a real being? This is just a dream version of the Soul Tyrant. What Soul Tyrant believed himself to be, essentially. But anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, he's doing this, huh? Alright. That's fine too, dude. Anyways, alright. Okay. Okay, I don't remember when Markoth comes around because yeah, that's the hard part of this Pantheon, dude. Like, that is absolutely brutal. What they do over there. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Alright. Okay, my god. Alright, let's see. Honestly, you know what? If Markoth is after this, because I think he is, I think I should just do this with Nail only. Okay, oh my god, how did he survive that? Alright, whatever. Okay. So yeah, simple trick to hit him while he is, preparing his Desolate Dive. Just jump straight and attack above. And then dash. Simple inputs. Not really, anything need to be complicated over there. But anyways, okay. Is this Markoth? Because if this is, yeah, I need to lock in here because, yeah, we can die over here. This is one of the hardest bosses in the game. Oh, yeah, he is. And now look at this arena, by the way. Yeah, this is what makes Markoth one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. This arena is stupid. Okay. I also hate the fact that I missed one of my attacks over there, but anyways, whatever. Yeah, just go absolutely ballistic on him right now. Alright, perfect. Whew. By the way, you're not done yet, because right out of Markoth comes this asshole. Well, at least we have a lot of health, so, that's at least very good. But to be honest, Markoth was pretty, I got lucky on Markoth a little bit, because he allowed me to use Desolate Dive, but anyways, okay, oh my god. Come on, man. Okay. Where'd the spider one go? Okay, there he is. Okay, come on. I should be able to get a knock here. Okay, now let's just deal with his minions, I suppose. Alright. Okay, I freaking did the, what do you call it, Desolate Dive early, but anyways, okay. Okay, oh my god, I was trying to do Desolate Dive, but anyways, okay, whatever. Alright. Okay, wait. Okay, perfect. Alright, cool. Not bad. Okay, oh my god. Okay. Alright. Okay, perfect. Whew. Alright, so those two bosses back to back is like absolutely. By the way, this is why most people recommend you do not save Zord. If you don't save Zord, you don't have to do that. Just saying. But anyways, okay. Alright, alright. Okay, oh my freaking god, dude. Alright, let me just heal here real quick. Okay, hit him, dude. Okay, never mind. You know what? It's fine. We can just unlock him again. Yeah, remember that trick that I showed off before? Yeah, you can have... Okay, oh my god, dude. Just chill out, man. Alright, cool. Alright, and then just unlock him again. Yeah, 3 Abyss Shrieks is more than enough to just, absolutely stun lock his ass. Which, by the way, I highly recommend you being on full, what do you call it, souls over here. Because, yeah. Remember that boss that I skipped in the, Grim Troop DLC's ending? By banishing the Grim Troop instead of helping the ritual? Yeah, here you go. You cannot skip that boss because, yeah, that boss will be present here. But anyway, let's fight NKG or Nightmare King Grim. And yeah, I need to lock in over here because this boss is insane. But anyways, okay, hold up a second. Okay, oh my god, I messed up. But anyways, hold up. So yeah, NKG does double damage. He also has different patterns compared to, regular Nightmare King Grim. But anyways, okay, oh my god. Oh, sorry, not regular, like, not Nightmare King Grim, but... what do you call it? Grim, basically. But anyways, okay. Or I would really hate to die on this boss. Also, this boss doesn't even give any healing, healing time. By the way, but anyways. Alright. Okay, oh my god. Whew. Alright, cool. Okay, here's my healing time, so let's just heal here. Okay, let's see. Alright. By the way, there's a funny trick that you can do to... Okay, oh my god, I got hit over there multiple times. That was bad. But anyways, okay, hold up. Chill out here. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't try to be healing over here. But anyways, okay. Alright. Okay, hold up. Okay, whew. Thank god your Shade Cloak can actually allow you to survive that. But anyways, okay, he's 50% health, by the way. You can see the Nightmare Heart over there glow up a little bit when he, starts to lose HP and does this attack. But anyways, alright. Alright, cool. Okay. And again this, and then this. Perfect. Okay. So do this. Okay, heal here quickly. There's a funny trick you can do to avoid that particular attack, but I've not done yet because I'm playing this bad for some reason. But anyway, let me just try and do that if he does that again. But anyways, okay, he's 25% health, by the way. So we're almost done. Okay, just be careful. Alright. Okay, cool. Not bad. Okay, oh my god, I messed up. Okay, wait, don't try and heal. But yeah, anyway, watch this. Yeah, I do not know how many people know this, but yeah, you can actually avoid that entire attack by just pulling out your map. Don't ask me why I was not doing that before. I was just being bad at the game. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain. But anyways. Okay, oh my god. By the way, how did that not hit me? Yeah, that I believe should have hit me, but anyways. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, that's it. That's Nightmare King Grim. The boss that I did not show by banishing the Grim Troop, but yeah. Don't worry, you guys did not miss him because there's no way to avoid him if you do Pantheon 5, of course. Which you don't need to do because, yeah, this does not count towards 112% because as you can see, the game is already over. I already did 112% at this point, but yeah. But anyways, those were like what, 45 bosses that we just did? So yeah, only 2 bosses left, by the way, guys. Just 2. And now we have this over here. Even long departed, we feel the afterglow of the god power that sat this throne. It lays heavy upon this kingdom. That lingering power alone was beacon enough to draw us to Hallownest. How bright it must have been to mortal bugs stood before it. Oh, it really was bright, by the way. God King, you reduced your form to match our meager shells, but why shed so majestic a whole? Surely your true immensity could have inspired devotion all the more. I do not know, dude. He's not alive anymore to answer that question. But anyways, again, I'm going silent over here because this is the best penultimate boss of any pantheon. Alright, there we go. My god, I'm not gonna lie, I played that pretty poorly. I know. But hey, hopefully we can clutch it out. Maybe. Because right now we are at the final boss of P5. And I don't think I have full HP. They're not gonna show me my HP right now because, this game is dumb sometimes. But oh well, what can you do? But yeah, this is the final boss of P5. Absolute Radiance. The ultimate version of Radiance that we do not face because, Radiance has lost her power. But anyways. Okay, one good thing is that I have gotten all my HP back, so that's good. But anyways, okay. But yeah, this boss is absolutely crazy, by the way. But anyways, okay, hold up. Okay, that's fine. Okay, oh my god, I did not even see that. Okay, that was bad by me. But anyways, okay, hold up. Okay, let's see. Okay, these freaking orbs, dude. Okay, oh my god. Alright, let's just, get this. And let's just get heals quickly. I should probably save my soul for, trying to, get through this. But, oh well, whatever. I don't have that luxury anymore. But anyway, whew. Alright. Okay, hold up. Yeah, she spawns 2 of them, by the way. I like the regular Radiance, but anyways. Okay, oh my god, I didn't even see that. But anyway, hold up. Okay, I can heal. That's good. Alright. For this orb attack, yeah, you need to stay in the middle, basically. But, yeah, stuff can always happen in this fight, unfortunately. Anyways, alright. Okay. Okay, oh my god, dude, chill out. Okay, never mind. No chilling right now, I suppose. Okay, cool. Okay, wait. Alright, that one. Okay, it's fine. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright, let's just hit her here. Yeah, we're just gonna take this a little bit slow. It's fine. And then just heal here. Cool. Yeah, this boss can be a bit tough. Okay, bit tough. No, this can be very tough. Okay, yeah, because, these rays can randomly appear anywhere. But anyways, okay, hold up. Yeah, this is a good place to hit her. But anyways, okay, cool. Also, I think she's about to combo me, right? Let's see. Yep. Obviously, you try to do that. Okay, hold up. Okay, final phase. Alright, wait. Okay, but I can't heal anymore. Alright, okay, my god, dude, chill out. Yeah, unfortunately, no healing over here, I suppose. So only 2 hits I can take, maximum. Alright, whatever. Okay, chill out. Okay, my god. Okay, chill out, stop freaking camping me like that. But anyways, okay. Okay, hold up. Alright, wait. Let's just. So, one thing to note about this phase right here is that if the orbs go off screen, they are completely gone from the game. So, yeah. And yeah, there we go. Not gonna lie, pretty messy run at the end, but hey man, we'll take it. And by the way, this giant ass void creature, this is our character, by the way. Yeah, after going through 47 boss rush attacks, boss rushes, yeah, this is what happens to our knight. It literally becomes a god. And yeah, now we can just finish off Radiance in its entirety. So in the Dream No More ending, we absorb the Radiance into the void. This time we don't do that. We absolutely crush her. Because yeah, as the Godseeker said, seek the gods of Aranest, through their power, through their strength, ascend. Yeah, that's the ascension of our knight, basically. We ascended with Void and the power of Halonest, and yeah, became that giant-ass creature. And now the god home is completely ruined. Because yeah, the Void is now taking over. But remember that delicate flower that we gave, Godseeker before the, start of the stream? Yeah, here it plays. So the Void tries to escape the Godseeker, trying to go into the real world. But the delicate flower stops that. Because apparently, even though this flower can literally just get destroyed with you traveling through a tram, yeah, apparently the only thing this thing cannot be destroyed with are black tendrils, or whatever you want to call the Void. But anyway, by the way, I have reached the end of Silksong at this point. How has Silksong not explained what happens in this scene, by the way? Can anybody tell me that? Yeah, I do not know why. Because I did not see anything that mentions this particular scene. Like, we literally go back in Silksong, by the way, for anybody who does not know, in Act 3, in Hornet's memories, and this scene is never shown. I guess maybe because that's not the canon ending of the game, I suppose. I'm not gonna lie, this ending is very messy, but I feel like this ending should have had some impact on the game, right? Because, why else would they, make that entire plot line of the Everbloom being able to, repel the Void, allowing Hornet to fight the, Lost Lace and Sister of Void? I do not know, honestly. I've not beaten Lost Lace, by the way. I just reached her at this point in my Silksong playthrough. But yeah, with that, I have finally finished one freaking game while streaming on this channel. So yeah, this was a Steel Soul run that I mainly did because I did Hornet as my, second ever LP on this channel. But that LP has terrible audio from, my mic. And yeah, because of that, it's not really that fun to watch. So because of that, yeah, when I started streaming finally, last year, or well, late last year. So technically, this is my first year when I've trying to stream on this channel. Yeah, I decided, why not? Let's go ahead and do Hollow Knight. But instead of just making it the regular playthrough that I did for my channel, I decided to do it on Steel Soul. And this run remained deathless. So even though yes, I've said that deaths in the dream realm won't count, I didn't die a single time on even the Dream Realm. So yeah, true Steel Soul run, over. And yeah, hopefully this is now, good replacement for my LP. If nobody wants to watch that, that's fine. You can watch these streams where I explain basically everything that I did on my LP as well. But yeah, as I said, even back then, Horror Night was a great game. I really liked this. I gave it a 9.5 back then. Some of the things that I don't like about this game is, that moonwalking issue that I explained in the previous stream. If you don't know, basically, the issue is, because this game can have such intense combat, sometimes what happens is that if your character, like let's just say you're trying to move left or right, you want your character to look left or right as well, right? However, for some reason, your character sometimes does not do that, and they go towards like right or left while looking in the other direction, and that can really screw you over sometimes. So yeah, that's like many very, very minute things. Like, there are other things that like that only. But yeah, congratulations, you played skillfully and proved you have a Steel Soul. Thank you for taking the time to explore and conquer the world we built. We'll meet again soon with a new challenge for you. Oh, that challenge I have still not completed yet, by the way. But hopefully, I'll be able to do that soon. But anyways, yeah, with that, that's all of Horror Night. 112% complete. It took 12 hours to beat this run. So unfortunately, I failed both speedrun 1 and speedrun 2 achievements, but I did complete I think there's one more achievement called, let me just see this. I've already gotten all the achievements, back in the day. But I think there was one that requires you to get 100% under 20 hours, as far as I remember. I do not know which one it is, but yeah, I think, yeah, here we go. Achieve 100% game completion, finish the game under 20 hours. So we were able to do that on Steel Soul. We didn't get the speedrun 1 and speedrun 2 achievement, but you know what? That's totally fine. I don't really mind that too much. But yeah, anyways, that's it. That was my Horror Night series that I originally wanted to do as a replacement for my, playthrough that was terrible on the channel. But yeah, I ended up just doing it as a Steel Soul run because yeah, the LP that I did was a normal Horror Night playthrough. I didn't do it on Steel Soul. But yeah, with this, yeah, I think we can finally, put this game to rest as well. If you guys ever want me to, try and do these, gauntlets without, with all bindings, sorry. Yeah, I might be able to do that, but I'll probably do that sometime later. But anyways, so for next on the channel, from what I want to do is SL1 run or Dark Souls 1. I know it's not a terribly difficult challenge, but to be honest, if you're skilled at the game, neither is this Pantheon, to be honest. As I've shown already, But yeah, I want to get through that before I, go on to even more difficult challenges. So yeah, the SL1 run, Dark Souls 1 would probably come up over here later. And I know some people have also asked about that ladder run, ladder only run on Dark Souls 2 that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, from what I can tell, without some serious glitches, it's not possible to do so because, yeah, you cannot get infinite repair powders in that game. So yeah, you can't get infinite repair powders early on in the game because I literally cannot even defeat the first boss, the last giant, without the ladle breaking. And if the ladle breaks, unlike other weapons, it doesn't do any damage at all. So yeah, that's a huge problem. So yeah, I do not know. I have to look up what I can possibly do to make that run work. If I ever find something like that, I guess I can make it work. But it's gonna be a boring ass run, I feel like, to show off. Even if I manage to pull it off. But yeah. Maybe I'll do it someday, but yeah, first will be Dark Souls 1 SL1 run. But if you have any other suggestions, people who are still hanging around in the chat, do let me know down, in the, chat or, in the comment section of this VOD. But yeah, until then, I think I'm just going to call this stream right here. So yeah, for anybody who hung out, watched the stream, thank you so much for watching these streams. That, you guys are the only reason I do these kind of things, late, 4 a.m. in my time. So yeah, really enjoy, doing these games and, talking with people whenever they come around and chat. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any other suggestions, then you can leave them in the comment section of the VOD. And yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one.